Well, Tradesmart started as a little seed many, many years ago that eventually grew up into what you know as Tradesmart today.
It was really a virtual coffee table. My dad, my brother-in-law, and three of Jeremy's friends were struggling in the 2008 market, and they knew that we had figured something out and we were being successful with trading. And so it just started out with a webinar, much like we do today, but just very family, very relaxed. And next thing you know, we finished with that group of our first students, and they all had friends that wanted to come join in this class. So we opened it up a little bit and we did a larger webinar, and I think that second one had something ridiculous, like 300-400 people that actually attended. And we never looked back.
Whenever I created the Foundations of Stocks and Options, I wanted to create a complete program. I went through everything that I'd done, the hours and hours, hundreds of hours worth of video study, the hundreds of books that I had read, pages and pages of notes. And I went through and I said, if I was learning to trade from scratch, how would I rather see this put together? And I wanted a complete program that somebody could go through, and just doing this program, they could learn how to trade.
From the very beginning, day one, Jeremy and I started off with a primary question that said, trading the stock market doesn't have to be difficult. Why can't it just be simple? And really, the simplicity is a little bit complex, because the reality is it's easy to make complicated stuff really confusing and difficult to understand. It's very difficult to take it and break it down and make it so simple that even my mom could learn how to trade the stock market. And that's what we do, and we do it really well by anticipating the needs of our students, destroying all the barriers they have to being successful, and at the end of the day, delivering results, which is cash in their jeans.
I think that today, a lot of the seeds that we planted back then when we were dealing with family, I think they're still there. It's bigger. Josh and I, we can't touch every single person the way we used to, but what we've tried to do is continue that momentum. I feel like our staff here at Tradesmart, they're family. I know that each of the people here that are working, they feel like the people they're involved with in terms of students, they're family. It's truly how we see our students.
I once saw a student post on our social network that Tradesmart is family helping family learn how to succeed in the stock market. It started off teaching Dad and John how to trade, just real biological family members. But today, family looks a little bit different. We've got so many students that write in and tell us their life story, and we realize we might be teaching principles of technical analysis or how to trade the stock market, but what we're really doing is intersecting these lives at really pivotal points for a lot of people, going into retirement or getting ready for their kids to go off to college. And in a very real sense, it's kind of like we join this event, this train that's already in motion, and we become part of their journey. And in that way, they really do become our family. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
I have a desire to see Tradesmart impact the culture in a unique way. It's not so much what I want to do with Tradesmart as much as it is what I feel like the people of this country deserve to know about finances and trading and financial education. I feel like up until now it's been a very interesting small group of people that have been training people. And they've kind of had a specific way of doing it. They've kind of had a specific story. And that story has really been very much numbers driven. How many more classes can we sell? And I understand that. As a business owner, you got to sell more classes. But I really want to see people get results. I've often said it would be kind of cool if one day they said that the top 1% grew into the top 2% because we impacted 1% of the culture and helped them become financially free. I think if we could just touch, however many we can touch, if we can transform their life, they're going to turn around and transform somebody else's life. I see what we do at Tradesmart as passing forward financial education, something we don't get in college, something we don't get in high school, something our parents did not get, and it's not passed from generation to generation. It's something that it's our responsibility to go out there and teach people. I want to see Tradesmart really pushing that ball forward, showing people the benefits of capitalism, the reason capitalism exists, and the stock market is the foundation of that.
If I was talking to myself several years ago, considering doing a program like Tradesmart, I would say, be skeptical, but give it a chance. Let's test these principles. We teach you how to trade without risking a single dollar. And I can't imagine a better way to test these principles in real life and see if they work before we really go out and put some money on the line. And I think you might just be surprised at how well they really do work.